Welcome back. Welcome to another edition of Vaughan and Vivo. I think this is program number 65. So I think that most of you already know me quite well. And I think that I can't surprise you with anything new now. You're starting to learn my tricks, los secretos del oficio. We say tricks of the trade. Trade, trade escrito, trade means comercio. Trade originalmente significaba trueque. Te doy esto y me das aquello. No money involved. We trade. Okay? But trade has become comercio. But trade also means oficio. A trade union, los sindicatos británicos originalmente eran sindicatos gremiales. De ahí viene trade. Sindicatos de gente de un mismo oficio. Trade union, so trade. Tricks of the trade, literalmente trucos del oficio, is the way in English of saying los secretos del oficio. Okay? And you're learning my tricks of the trade, but you need to continue watching because the English language is immense with different combinations and permutations. And every time you listen, every program, you will learn something new or something interesting or refresh your memory on something you used to know but you had forgotten. But more importantly, you must keep your ear in contact with the music of the language. Because if your ear slowly evolves and gets better and better, then you will become a good communicator with English. If your ear is good, the rest is easy. Okay, now this program I have two people that probably you know, friends of mine, students of mine, collaborators sometimes, and very interesting people. And I'm going to start with Ellie. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Ellie is from Bolivia. But she has been living in Spain for 12 years or 11 years?
11 years.
Are you getting tired of Spain?
No, I'm not.
Do you like the food?
Yes, I do.
Do you miss Bolivia?
Sometimes.
Do you miss Bolivian food?
Yes, sometimes. Yes,
All right. But do you like the Spanish weather?
Yes, I like the Spanish weather.
All right. And do you like your job?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you work in human resources?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, sitting opposite Ellie is Juan. Juan Solo. How are you, Juan?
Fun, thank you.
Fun or fine?
Fine, thank you.
¿Qué tal estás? Divertido.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Ellie, do you think Juan Solo is fun?
Yes, yes, I think so.
Say yes, no?
Well, it depends. Fun or are you fun or funny? Is your objective to be fun or funny?
I don't know if I can see the difference.
If I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, ask me what the difference is between fun and funny.
What's the difference between fun and funny?
What's the difference between divertido y gracioso?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a difference in Spanish?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can attend a party, es muy divertido, but you're not laughing. Funny is when people laugh.
Okay.
And only when people laugh. And funny has a second meaning, which is even more important. Curioso. Es curioso. Justo ayer estuvimos hablando de ese tema. That's funny. So funny means peculiar. And that meaning is more important because it's used more commonly than gracioso. It's more common to say, qué curioso, than it is to say, qué gracioso, o ha sido gracioso. Funny is ha ha ha. Fun is pasarlo bien. So your job as a professional stand-up comedian is to be funny.
To be funny, yes.
And if you are funny, then the people who attend your performance end up having fun. They enjoy themselves. Their evening is enjoyable, and they have fun. When you're with a funny person, often you have fun. You understand?
Yes.
And it's interesting. You can say muy gracioso, very funny. Muy divertido, a lot of fun. It's quite strange, but you cannot say very fun.
Very fun.
Me lo pasé muy bien. Muchas gracias. Ha sido velada encantadora. Me lo pasé muy bien. I had a lot of fun. I had a good time. I had a wonderful time. I had a lot of fun. So your job is to be funny.
Yeah, that's my job.
Okay, that's his job. Ask him if he has to work tomorrow night.
Do you have to work tomorrow night?
No, I don't.
All right. And so, ask him what the smallest audience is he has ever had.
What's the smallest audience you have ever had?
What's the smallest
What's the smallest
audience
you have ever had?
The smallest audience was four.
4 people.
4 people.
Ask him if they laughed during his performance.
Did they laugh during the performance?
They did.
Ask him if he enjoyed the performance.
Did you enjoy the performance?
Not really. I enjoyed
The risk?
No, el reto.
The challenge.
The challenge, yeah.
Okay. But I understand you. I have given speeches in front of 4 people or less. I think I've given speeches in front of 2 people. Presentation of a product, and only 2 people came, and I presented the product.
Yeah.
It's no problem. Okay, now ask him if he would rather live in Madrid or in Seville.
Would you rather live in Madrid or in Seville?
I'd rather live in Madrid.
Ask if he would rather live in Rome or in Paris.
Would you rather live in Rome or in Paris?
I'd rather live in Rome.
Good.
Rome. I was going to say Paris, but Paris is very expensive.
It's very expensive, and also the climate,
And the climate, yes.
and also the people.
Rome, yes.
But it's a beautiful city.
Rome.
Paris.
And Rome.
And Rome too. But
Rome is very interesting.
Yes, it
Very,
is.
very interesting. Ask him if he would rather have $1 million or €1,000,000.
Would you rather have
Rather? Eso.
have $1 million or €1,000,000?
I'd rather have €1 million.
Ask him why.
Why would you rather have €1,000,000?
Because it's more money.
It's worth more.
It's worth more.
€1,000,000 is worth more.
Yeah.
Es curioso que usamos €1,000,000. ¿Valen más o vale más? ¿Cómo
Vale.
lo- vale?
Vale.
Aunque sea plural.
No, es 1 millón.
Es 1 millón.
Ah, vale. Bueno, 1 millón es plural.
Bueno,
Un-
1 millón es
un
singular y 2
singular.
millones es plural, claro.
Ok, 2 millones valen más.
Exacto.
€2 million is, con las cantidades decimos is.
Yes.
€2 million is worth more than $2 million. And ask him if he would rather work in Spain or in France.
Would you rather work in Spain or in France?
In Spain?
In Spain or in France?
Doing comedy
Yeah.
in Spain.
All right. And ask him if he would rather have a yacht or a plane.
Would you rather have a yacht or a plane?
I'd rather have a plane.
All right. Ask him if he would rather spend the rest of his life in China or in Argentina.
Would you rather spend the rest of your life in China or in Argentina?
I'd rather spend the rest of my life in Argentina.
Ask him if he would rather speak perfect Turkish or perfect Chinese.
Would you rather speak perfect Turkish or perfect
Chinese.
Chinese?
I'd rather speak perfect Chinese.
Ask him if he would rather speak perfect German or perfect Japanese.
Would you rather speak perfect German or Japanese?
I'd rather speak perfect German.
Really? Okay. And ask him if he'd rather be a professional comedian or a famous film star.
Would you rather be a professional comedian or a famous movie star?
Could I be a famous comedian?
Okay.
No, it's
Okay, good. We'll change this question. Ask him if he would rather be a famous comedian or a famous Hollywood star.
Would you rather be a famous comedian or a famous Hollywood movie star?
famous comedian.
All right. Okay. Ask him if he would rather marry a rich, ugly woman or a beautiful, poor woman.
Would you rather marry with a rich?
¿Cómo se dice cásate conmigo?
Marry me.
Good. No me metas with. Okay? Ask him if he would rather marry a rich. Voy directamente
okay,
a la
I'm
persona. Ask him if he would rather marry a rich, ugly woman or a beautiful, poor woman.
Will you rather marry a rich, ugly woman or a poor, beautiful woman?
Of course, I'd rather marry a rich, ugly, old, and grasping
Whatever.
woman. Yes.
Ask me the same
Yeah,
question.
it's a joke.
No,
Okay.
honestly. Would you?
No, I wouldn't.
You would rather marry
I would rather marry a beautiful poor woman.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
You're a man. Women,
Yes, I
it's
am.
a more difficult question for women. Ask Ellie if she would rather marry a rich, ugly man or a poor, handsome man.
Would you rather marry a rich, ugly man or a poor, handsome man?
I mean, I think the most important thing is not he's handsome or not. I think he's intelligent. That's for me a difficult question. But
Okay.
ugly or not ugly?
So if you had to choose between an intelligent and ugly man or a poor, a dumb poor man,
I prefer an ugly and intelligent man than a rich and
okay, fine. All right, good. So for you, attractiveness in men is more connected with the
Yeah.
brain
Yes.
than with the
With the money
appearance.
or with the appearance.
Appearance. All right. Now ask her if she would rather be able to turn invisible or fly like Peter Pan.
Would you rather be able to turn invisible or to fly like Peter Pan?
To fly like Peter Pan.
And you? Would you rather be able to turn invisible or to fly?
I'd rather be able
To?
I'd rather be able to turn invisible.
My God.
Yeah.
But can you imagine the things you can do if you can fly? Come on.
Many, I think.
My God, incredible. Can you imagine? You don't need to worry about traffic problems. Just fly.
But there would be many risks.
Why? Falling?
Well, falling, yeah, that's one.
You lose
and crashing against things that are out of your sight. Huh?
Well, you can fly above the trees and you
Yeah, but it's
fly at about
It's complicated.
1,000 meters.
On the
Telephone lines?
Telephone lines, yeah.
Oh, come on.
That's
And to
Fly
turn
high.
invisible, what would you do?
turn invisible.
What would you do?
What would I do? Oh,
Many things.
I guess not. I guess I wouldn't do a lot of good things.
There's nothing
Being
good
invisible.
you can do.
Well, sometimes. Well, for example, people need help, but they don't want to ask for help. And if you are invisible, you can guess what they need. and
Okay.
help them.
Ask me if I would rather be able to turn invisible or fly.
Would you rather be able to turn invisible or to fly?
To fly. Because if I could fly, I would become rich very quickly. I would be on the front pages the first day.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and I would have a lot of, my God, I would.
I was thinking about traveling, not about being rich.
Well, fine. I mean, I can fly to Bolivia. You know, it's a little long. It
Yes.
depends on how fast I can fly. You know, if I can fly fast as a plane, I could fly to Bolivia.
Okay.
You know, but that'd be a long time to fly. I would get tired of flying. Okay, ask me if I would rather own a Picasso or a Sorolla.
Would you rather own a Picasso or a Sorolla?
If I didn't need the money, I would rather own a Sorolla. I like him better. Okay? And ask Juan, if he would rather own a Picasso or a Sorolla.
Would you rather own a...
Would you?
Would you rather...
Would you?
Would you rather...
Do you?
Would you rather...
Would you?
Would you rather own a Picasso or a Sorolla?
I'd rather own a Picasso.
All right. In order to sell it.
Yeah.
All right. You would
No.
get more money. All right. Ask him if he would rather be an eagle or an elephant.
Would you rather be an eagle or an elephant?
I'd rather be an eagle.
Ask him if he would rather be a heavy smoker or a heavy drinker.
Would you rather be a heavy smoker or a heavy drinker?
I'd rather be a heavy drinker.
Ask me.
Would you rather be a heavy drinker or a heavy smoker?
A heavy smoker. A heavy drinker is a person who's an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible. Ask him if he has ever lived around an alcoholic.
Have you ever lived around an alcoholic?
Lived
Lived
around.
an alcoholic?
No, I haven't.
So you have no experience.
No.
Okay, ask me if there have been any alcoholics in my greater family.
Has there been any?
Have there
been any alcoholics in your family?
In my, among my relatives, yes. And it's pernicious. A heavy smoker is just, my God, smoke everywhere. But an alcoholic is dangerous, okay? It can be, or very sad. Or it can destroy the peace of a family and things. So it's very dangerous. Ask Ellie if she would rather live in Bolivia or in Colombia.
Would you rather live in Bolivia or in Colombia?
In Bolivia?
All right, ask her if she would rather live in Texas or in Tahiti.
Would you rather live in Texas or in Tahiti?
Tahiti.
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 Don't you know Tahiti?
No, I don't.
No, I don't either.
Ask me. I don't either. Tell Ellie to ask me where Tahiti is.
Ask him where is Tahiti.
Where Tahiti is.
Ask him where
Tahiti?
where Tahiti is.
Tahiti.
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 Tahiti. Ask him where Tahiti is.
Where is Tahiti?
It's in the South Pacific. Yeah, that's where Gauguin was, the painter. You remember the painter?
Tahiti.
Tahiti.
Okay.
Okay. Ask her if she would rather live in Texas or in Tahiti.
Would you rather live in Texas or in Tahiti?
In
Tahiti.
Tahiti.
In Tahiti.
Tahiti. It's very nice. A lot of tourists, but Texas is very nice too. Okay? And ask her if she would rather own an island in the Caribbean or an island in the Mediterranean.
Would you rather own an island in the Caribbean or in the Mediterranean?
An island in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean, okay? And ask her if she would rather have a kilo of gold or a kilo of diamonds.
Would you rather have a kilo of gold or a kilo of diamonds?
Maybe a kilo of diamonds.
Ask her which is worth more.
Which is worth more?
My idea, it wasn't for the worth.
For the worth.
For the worth was for the, I think it's more chic to choose diamonds.
Diamonds. Ask her if she has a diamond ring.
Do you have a diamond ring?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Ask her if she has diamond earrings.
Do you have diamond earrings?
No, I don't.
Ask her if she has a diamond necklace.
Do you have a diamond necklace?
No, I don't.
Ask her if she has a diamond brooch.
Do you have a diamond brooch?
No, I don't.
Ask her if she has a diamond bracelet.
Do you have diamond Do you have a diamond bracelet?
No, I don't.
Okay, but you have a diamond ring.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Ask me if I have a diamond ring.
Do you have a diamond ring?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Ask me if my wife has one.
Does your wife have a diamond ring?
Yes, she does. Ask me why.
Why does your wife have a diamond ring?
Because I gave her one. Ask me why.
Why did you give her? Why did you give her a diamond ring?
Because in the United States, it's a tradition. It's what you call anillo de pedida, the engagement ring, and it's always diamond.
It's diamond.
Yeah, it's a diamond ring. And I don't know if in Spain, is that a custom in Spain?
I don't know. I've never used it.
Yes, I think so.
I know, but I don't know. I mean,
not
I don't.
exactly.
I
I
don't
don't think
see
so.
it. I don't think it's a custom in Spain.
No,
No, maybe not.
All right.
no diamonds.
No diamonds.
All right. And ask her if she prefers diamonds over emeralds.
Do you prefer diamonds over emeralds?
Yes, I prefer diamonds
Over.
over emeralds.
Okay. Now, ask me how much a Porsche costs.
How much does a Porsche cost?
Porsche.
Cost.
I have no idea. How much does a Porsche cost?
I have no idea.
All right. Ask me if I have ever thought about buying a Porsche.
Have you ever thought about buying a Porsche?
Porsche. No, I haven't. Porsche? Por favor, no. Porque es un Porsche. De edificación. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Aquí se dice Porsche. Para las dos cosas. Para el coche y para el zaguán. O algo así. ¿Cómo se dice? What do you call the part in front of the house?
I know. I call it Porsche. Porsche.
El Porsche.
El Porsche.
Okay. But a Porsche is a car. I've never thought about buying a Porsche. Tell Ellie to ask me if I have ever thought about moving to Russia.
Ask him if he has ever thought about moving to Russia.
Have you ever thought about moving to Russia?
Never. Never. Ask me if I have ever thought, well, tell Juan Solo to ask me if I have ever thought about going back to the States.
Ask him if he has ever thought about going back to the States.
Have you ever thought about going back to the States?
No, I haven't. Seriously, no. I've played with the idea sometimes, but I've never seriously thought about it. Tell him to ask me if I've ever thought about changing professions.
Ask him if he has ever thought about changing professions.
Have you ever thought about changing
Professions.
professions?
Yes. Yes, but not seriously. Okay. And tell Juan to ask me if I've ever thought about giving English classes on the telephone.
Ask him if he has ever thought about giving classes through the telephone.
Have you ever thought about giving classes, English classes, through the telephone?
No, I've never. You can do it, but I don't like doing it. I prefer to see the student or to see the camera. All right. Now, ask me if it's worth it to learn German, in my opinion.
Is it worth to learn German?
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it to learn German?
I think it is, if you have time. It's worth it to learn German. Ask me if I think it's worth it to learn Turkish.
Is it worth it to learn Turkish?
Not in Spain or in most countries, unless you are planning to live in Turkey. All right? Now, I have pills that will give you perfect Turkish. How much would you give me for a Turkish pill? You take the pill and you speak Turkish perfectly. How much would you give me? I'll sell the Turkish pill to you for 10,000 euros.
10,000 euros. No, thank you.
Ask Ellie if she would pay 10,000 euros to speak perfect Turkish.
Would you pay 10,000 euros to speak perfect Turkish?
No, I wouldn't.
Come on, to speak perfect Turkish.
Yeah, but I'm not going to use it.
But to speak it perfectly for the rest of your life.
Maybe English, but Turkish?
With who?
Ask me if I would spend 10,000 euros to speak perfect Turkish.
Would you spend 10,000 euros to speak perfect Turkish?
Yes, I would. Sin pestañear. ¿Cómo se dice?
Not blinking.
No?
No.
Sin pestañear?
I don't know.
Tell her to ask me how to say sin pestañear in English.
Ask him how to say sin pestañear in English.
How do you say sin pestañear in English?
Without blinking an eye.
Without blinking.
How do you say parpadear? Oh, pestañear.
To blink.
To blink. How do you say intermitente? De coche. Blinker.
Blinker.
Papa,
Oh.
papa, papa. Okay, blinker. All right. And then, la expresión sin pestañear is sin parpadear un ojo. Literalmente, without blinking an eye. Without blinking an eye, even if I needed to go to the bank, because to know a major language, even if it's Turkish, perfectly, like I speak my own, by taking this pill, and it gives me perfect Turkish, like a native Turk, of course, without blinking an eye. All right? Now, tell Lily to ask me how many people speak Turkish in the world.
Ask him how many people speak Turkish in the world.
How many people are speaking?
¿Están ahora mismo hablando? No lo sé.
How many people
Speak.
speak Turkish in the world?
I think about 100 million. About 100 million people. It's a fairly important language. And ask him if he would ask him how much he would pay for a German pill.
How much will you pay for a German pill?
15,000 euros.
You would pay 15,000. Ask Ellie if she would be willing to pay 30,000 euros for a German pill.
Would you be willing to pay 30,000 euros for a German pill?
No, I wouldn't.
Ask her if she would be willing to pay 20,000.
Would you be willing to pay?
Más despacio.
Would you be willing to pay 20,000?
Come on, to speak perfect German.
Well, maybe in that case,
You would.
I would.
20. Ask me if I would pay 100,000 euros.
Would you pay 100,000 euros to speak perfect German?
Of course. I would go to the bank and take out a second mortgage, all right, in order to speak perfect German. Ask me how many people speak German on this planet.
How many people speak German on this planet?
Again, probably about 100 million, same as Turkish. Yeah, and about 100 million. Ask me how much time we have left.
How much time do we have left?
Before the break, we have 2 minutes left. Okay, and ask Ellie if she would buy an English pill if it cost 100,000 euros.
Would you buy an English pill if it cost 100,000 euros?
Yes, I would.
Ask her how she would get the money.
How would you get the money?
I don't know in this moment, but I will get the money.
I would.
I would.
Ask her if she would go to her family in Bolivia to get the money.
Would you go to your family in Bolivia to get the money?
No, I wouldn't.
Ask her if she would try to get the money in Spain.
Would you try to get the money in Spain?
Yes, I would.
Ask her if she would use legitimate means to get the money.
Would you use legitimate means to
Legitimate.
legitimate means to get the money?
I don't know yet.
Ask her if she would be willing to use illegitimate means.
Would you be willing to use illegitimate means
To get the money?
to get the money?
No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Ask her if she has ever stolen anything.
Have you ever stolen anything?
No, I haven't.
Ask her if she has ever stolen an ashtray.
Have you ever stolen an ashtray?
No, I haven't.
Ask her if she has ever stolen a towel from a hotel.
Have you ever stolen a towel from a hotel?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Ask her if she has ever stolen a heart.
Have you ever stolen a heart?
I don't know.
So maybe she's a heart thief. You never
No.
know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 5 minutes, I think, to continue with our show. So I welcome you back, and don't disappear on me. Don't disappear on me. No. I'll explain it when I come back. I can't think of how to say that in Spanish. So 5 minutes.